One of the great challenges of being a leader is making sure that our communication actually has the impact that we want it to have. Sometimes we'll stand up and we'll speak, or we'll write a message, or send out an email, or we'll run a town hall, but we are in the role of leadership and we just feel it's frustrating sometimes that our messages don't actually have the impact or get the result that we want. And so this model is a very powerful way to ensure that our organizational communication is actually as effective as we would like. It begins with we craft the message, whatever message you want to say. The message must be heard. Well, of course, but by heard, I mean, are we using words that the audience understands? Are we using illustrations and images that the audience will actually be able to grasp? Are we making sure that we're not speaking in corporate speak that the average person just does not understand? And you don't even think twice about that sometimes. We use the phrase, well, the P&L. But there may be folks in the audience that have no idea what a P&L is. And so our message is immediately not going to be heard. So you need to think about, how is the message going to be heard? Then, is it going to be understood? In other words, once I give that message, is my intention actually going to be clear? And I find it's very helpful to tell a story or give an illustration or an anecdote or an example to illustrate what it is that I'm trying to communicate, because that helps people understand it. You ask a child what they would like to be when they grow up, and they say, a firefighter, you have a much better sense for what they mean than, well, you know, someone who has an exciting job. I don't really understand what you mean by that. So when I have an illustration or a story, I can get it. Then you want them to take action. Now, sometimes the action might be just duly noted, but usually from that, some kind of activity should happen, and then a result should flow from that. What we need to do is then track and see whether or not the result that is coming from this message is what we intend, which gives us feedback. And if we're happy, we go back and say, terrific. But if not, I realize the message that I gave didn't actually produce the result I want because I got this feedback. And therefore I have to go through it again until ultimately that process works. So if you feel that the messages you're giving are not having the impact that they should or that you would like them to, is it the message? Is it not being heard? Is it not being understood? Do people not know what they're supposed to do? Am I not getting the result? What feedback am I getting so that I can take action so in fact I do get the result that I want?